one comes up or down, and there are a couple throughout. Sometimes I'll save. So I think that's what happened.
Okay, so I'm just going to remind you the litigation hold we provided you is still in effect. Okay, this litigation is not over. And I'm done with my direct. Thank you for your patience with me.
Nothing from you, Attorney Lubinsky?
No, I do. I was just waiting to see if the judge, you okay with me? I've got maybe 10 minutes tops.
Give me about 30 seconds.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Ms. Morgan. My name is Lori Lubinsky. Can you see and hear me? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have a lot of questions. Have you and I ever met before?
No.
Have we ever talked before?
No.
All right. Did you purposely delete any text messages or emails after you received a subpoena from Attorney Haslam's office?
No.
You've obviously learned through today that what you had, that you produced to him through your lawyer, was not as vast, if you will, my words, as what he produced. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
To what do you attribute that difference? I want to give you that opportunity to tell the judge.
I think, well, first of all, it's 3 years ago almost now, and I don't keep a lot of emails. I'm pretty OCD about that stuff. You know, I just don't want to, I just don't keep the stuff. So when it came up and I just did a search, I did a search for every single name I could come up with, every single word. I know a records request, I know what you have to have. So I really took the time to see what I had. And I knew my attorney can vouch. I do know that there had to be more, because I know there was more discussions, but I had said I couldn't find them. Okay. So I expected to see more today than what I had originally given.
Okay. And your practice of deleting emails that you've talked about, is that a similar practice that you have with respect to text messages?
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
My phone gets so full between text messages, my kids' pictures, all my stuff. I try to keep like voicemails, text messages, the basic stuff cleaned up pretty regularly, like monthly.
Okay, very good. Now, I want to just ask you a little bit about who you are, because we didn't get to do that at the start. So yeah. Obviously we know you're Carrie Morgan. Are you a resident, a taxpayer of the Raymond School District?
Yeah, I've lived in Raymond my entire life. Grew up here, went to Raymond School. All my family members, my sisters, my husband, my parents, they all live in Raymond. It's just a wonderful community to be in.
Wonderful. There's been some testimony from others, and I want you to be able to talk about it. What is your employment position?
So a few years ago, I was in government for 20 plus years as, director of human resources, city clerk, things like that. And I decided to leave it to come into my family's business, to have more time with my kids. So I have more flexibility, so more time with my girls.
Well, that's a great thing. What is the nature of your family business?
We have horticulture, so we do greenhouses, growing plants. So this time of year is very, very busy.
Got it. Talk to us just for 2 minutes or less about, before you did that, you worked in HR and village government. What various positions did you hold?
So I was a city clerk, and then I was promoted to the director of human resources, and then I was promoted to the director of administrative services, which oversaw human resources, community relations, and city clerk's office.
And you performed those duties, well, you've said 20 years, forget it. I'll withdraw that question. Yeah. Okay. You said you attended one school board meeting. You didn't recall the date. Yeah. And I want to ask you, what do you remember from that meeting?
I can just say that I was so appalled at the way people were acting that I came home, and my husband was with me, and he doesn't get involved in this stuff. My husband's sporty guy, doesn't even know. So he came with me, and when we came home, we pulled our daughter out of school and had to send her to another school. And what's sad is she was in middle school. It's very hard for a middle school girl to start a new school, and it was very hard for our family, but it was worth it.
What about that experience at that board meeting led you to make that decision? I want to give the judge who doesn't
Yes.
live in Raymond and doesn't know what
Yeah.
happened. What happened
Um,
at that board meeting?
I just saw people behaving in a way that I never thought I'd see in our community. I saw such a split. I saw teachers saying terrible things about community members. I saw a principal that was patting people on the back that were saying the terrible things about the community members. I saw signs being held up. I felt my child's safety was in check, was in a bad area because it was all over the news. It was everywhere. I was just so concerned with her safety and that type of environment that it had to change. It just had to change. And my husband, who's very laid back, was like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. It left a really bad taste in my mouth about the community as well, which is why I did not run for the board again that I was serving on. So
What board were you serving on at the time?
I was the village president in Raymond.
Got it. So I know probably the judge knows this, but I just want to be clear. The school board is something different than the village board. Is that right?
Oh, 100%.
Explain,
Totally
please,
different
Carrie.
animal. Yeah.
Explain briefly.
The difference?
Yeah, just
Um,
briefly.
Yeah, the village board, I feel like sometimes the village board can be more personal because you're approving, rezones and planning for people that live in your community, your neighbors and things. And so sometimes it's hard to say no, but you have to follow the rules. I'm very big into if this is what the rule says, this is what it says. I don't, let people slide. Even if I know Joe Smith next door for 20 years, he's still going to have to follow the rules. So it's very different. You have different budgets, you're dealing with infrastructure, just a very different animal.
Right, that's helpful. Thank you.
Mhm.
These last questions are going to be self-evident, but I just have to do my job and ask you. So, have you ever been employed as an employee of the Raymond School District?
No, I was a cheerleading coach, but I wasn't paid for it. I was helping out one of their teachers that didn't know anything about cheerleading. So she asked me to help her. So I did.
Very good. I'm glad you gave to your civic duty. Were
Yes.
you ever elected as a member of the Raymond School Board?
No,
Did you ever attend a closed session of the Raymond School Board?
no,
I will represent to you that there was a decision made by the Raymond School District in early December of 2023 to issue Mr. Peterson notice of non-renewal of his employment contract. If you'll accept that timing representation as true, I have a couple questions about that.
Okay.
Do you know why any of the board members voted the way they did on that issue?
no. I mean, from an HR perspective, just looking at the records, I could kind of figure out, I think some of it, some of the performance issues, but nobody ever said why they did it.
Okay. Did you attend? I'm assuming from your prior answer you didn't, but I'm going to ask, did you attend the evidentiary hearing that night?
No, I
Okay.
was done with it. Like my child wasn't there anymore.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. Okay. Let me just think if I have any more questions. Did you attempt in any way, shape, or form to influence any member of the school board as to how they would vote at the evidentiary hearing involving Mr. Peterson's contract in early December, which meeting happened in early December of 2023?
No,
You know what, Carrie? Those are all the questions I have. Thanks.
Mhm.
Any redirect?
You're on mute.
You're muted
No, Your
again.
Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
You're welcome.
We appreciate your participation and your excuse.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Attorney Cohen as well. Neglected that, I guess. She's gone. Okay, I think maybe a break is in order, at least a brief break is in order. I know we got to move, but how many witnesses do we have left today?
I have one more witness and she's not going to be long at all.
I do need a restroom break if we,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
let's
okay.
Yeah, of course,
take
of course.
at least approximately 5 minutes, all
That
right?
sounds good.
And I'll call her. I think I just texted her and she said she's in the waiting room and she was not, she just jumped in the waiting room.
Is it Suzanne Goodrich?
It is. So I'm just gonna give
Okay.
her a quick call and let her know what do you say, 15 minutes or 10 minutes? I forgot what you said.
As soon as we're ready to reconvene, I'll admit her into the Teams meeting. So she
Okay.
can just wait patiently for a few minutes. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, see you in a bit. Okay. So, yeah, are we ready to go here? I gotta let Ms. Goodrich, that's that, well, here, let me write her name down first before I bring her in. So it's Suzanne, assuming correct spelling from Teams here, Suzanne Goodrich. Let me just add her to my witness list real quick here. Okay, let's see. Save that. All right. Just before we get going here, Attorney Haslam, are there going to be any new exhibits? I'm starting a new exhibit list page, which I've already prepared, but the next, if it were complainants, it would be C88 for the next one, I believe.
I have no exhibits for this witness, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. That makes it very simple. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I've hit the exhibit wall. I think my limit has been reached.
All
And
right.
I want to thank both you guys for bearing with me on that one. It's Teams is not my forte.
Well, we can discuss this later, so we'll get going, but it maybe this will be fine. When I have to write you're gonna give me briefs, and then when I prepare the decision, if I do have some trouble finding stuff, I think maybe just through PDF searches, with the page numbers, I can get there. But if I were to have problems, I might request hard copies of distinct documents that are not the whole. Especially when you've got, 300 or 400 pages and you've only used two, to maybe send me some but we'll revisit that if necessary. And, if I ever asked for something like that, you would just copy Attorney Lubinsky so she can see what's being sent to me. But, okay, so let's bring Ms. Goodrich into the Teams hearing here. Okay, so I'm not getting a thing that's telling me I have to turn her mic on or her camera on. So let's see, is she on page 2 of my screen? Yeah, I can see so Ms. Goodrich, I believe you're present in the Teams forum here, or platform or whatever it is. Can you hear me? This is Judge Carlson. Maybe not. Let me see. Do I need to? Hold on. Didn't see I look for her name. Maybe I do have to. Okay, now there's a delay. I do have to allow her camera and her mic, which is what I thought I had to do. That menu didn't come up immediately, but now it's coming up. So allow camera, allow mic. Okay, so now, Ms. Goodrich, I think we'll be able to hopefully see you and hear you. You have to unmute yourself. It looks like you've got a mute button there. If you know how to do that at the top, the toolbar where it says mic or mute, click on that.
Can you hear me now?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't have
presumably you're
camera
about to
access
appear.
yet.
You're about to appear.
Okay, all right.
I still don't have camera access, I think. I think I allowed that. So is that on your end? You have to turn your camera on?
I'm not showing that I can yet.
Okay, well, let me just double check to make sure I activated the camera portion. Let me hover over her name again and see. No, it should be enabled from my end, so.
Okay, let me see here.
I don't know, when I got a new notebook, I didn't know you had to actually move a little switch up near the screen to turn on the camera. I don't know if that's true with your system
Up
or
near the
not.
switch, so, where is that? I can log in using my other computer. Let me try that instead, maybe?
Hold on, Suzanne,
Yes.
this is Lori Lubinsky. Let me just
Yes.
click something once. Just don't disconnect. One moment.
Okay, all right.
give it 30 seconds to see
Okay.
if that
You
helps.
clicking, just so I know.
I hovered over a name and there was a button that says make a presenter.
Okay,
And I did
I don't
that
think
with
we're
one other
supposed to use that,
witness.
but.
Yeah,
don't
no, I think
we're
that'll
supposed to
give
use
you
that.
what that will give you what I'm seeing on my screen. But when you're talking about something that you're supposed to slide for a view, so that might be the notebook issue, so I can go to my other computer if that's more helpful.
I don't know. Every computer is a little different. I just know that on the top of my screen, there's a little thing you have to slide to turn on activate the camera. See, I can.
Mine has a camera mute. It says turn. So let me try Control Shift O. That's what it's saying. But it's not letting me turn it on. This is bringing back nightmares of teaching online.
Oh, good. Oh.
Did you have the same computer then when you had those nightmares?
No, I did not. No, this
Oh.
is my own personal computer that I had on, but I can click to a different one.
It's like a computer hex on you or a camera hex on you or something.
Yes. Let me just do this. Let me see if I can get in on the other computer.
Okay, so I may have to readmit, watch for her name to come up again. A while we were using a different format, WebEx, I think, and then we switched. I don't know if anybody's ever used that one.
Yeah, I'm used to when we taught it was using Google products. So
Okay.
I believe one could even use a smartphone with this, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
oh, I could do that too. Hang on, let me just.
If you can get a visual, I don't.
Okay, I'm going to try on this other computer so we might get feedback for a moment.
Oh no, I hope we don't have the echo problem again.
Oh, that would,
That
yeah,
was-
that would what would happen if I have
That's
both of
happened
them
to us
on.
yesterday,
Okay, this
that's why I'm
mine, I'm seeing a
mentioning it.
picture. I'm going to
Okay.
exit this one because I'm seeing a picture on my other one. So I'm going to leave here
Okay.
and log in on the other.
Sounds
Okay.
good. We'll try
right.
that.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna try to move quickly here she's popped up, so I'm gonna try to do what I need to. Okay, now I gotta find her again. Goodrich, where did her name go? There at the bottom. Oh, camera. Allow mic. So that should enable both the camera and the mic. Now, sometimes she comes on the second screen. Yep, there. So I see. Oh, there.
Okay.
Yeah.
There I
Okay,
am.
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second now if I go back and see if she pops up on this screen or not. Otherwise, I can do this thing I learned from, was it you, Attorney Haslam, that, or who told me about the prioritize?
Yeah,
Video.
prioritize video. That helps a lot.
Yeah. So we'll try that. There we are. Okay. That it only took us about a half an hour to get you ready.
Sorry.
All right. So let's let me see. I don't think we ever stopped recording, so all that's going to be on the recording, but let me double check that.
Yeah, I'm seeing recording and transcription started.
Yep. Okay, so we've been recording, but we took a break. Let's go back on record now. This is, whoops, I just tore my notes. Jeffrey Peterson versus Raymond School District, 2 cases. I don't have to repeat all the information. We're continuing the complainant's case. And so I understand that this is the last witness of the day. And it is Suzanne Goodrich, as I understand it. And before we begin the examination, the direct examination of you, Ms. Goodrich, by Attorney Haslam, I just want to swear you in. So could you raise your right hand? Do you promise that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
It is. I do. Yeah, I promise.
Okay, thank you so much. And we can proceed.
If I can just ask to make sure that you have Suzanne E. Goodrich, because there is another Suzanne Goodrich in the town of Raymond.
Oh, wow. What are the chances in such a small town? But
It's my
okay.
sister-in-law.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that explains it. All right. I will make a note of that. And in fact, I'll add, go ahead and begin. I'll add that to my witness list too, their middle initial.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Goodrich.
Good afternoon.
So were you a teacher at Raymond School while Jeff Peterson was the principal there?
Yes, I was starting my 8th year when Jeff joined as principal.
Okay. And tell me about your background in teaching.
I taught at a private school, and then I taught over at North Cape School. And then in 2013, I came to Raymond School as a middle school teacher. And then Jeff's first year was my first year in 5th grade.
Okay. And so have you always taught 5th grade at Raymond?
No, I taught middle school first. 2021 and 2022 were my first years as a 5th grade teacher.
Okay. Are you still a 5th grade teacher at Raymond?
I am, yes.
Okay. And are you also, do you live in the Raymond community?
I do. I live in Raymond School. I actually attended Raymond School as a child. Our kids went to Raymond School, and now I was on the school board at Raymond School, and now I teach at Raymond School.
And how many principals have you worked for in your time at Raymond?
Oh, gosh. At Raymond?
Just actually, I'll tell you what. How many principals have you worked for in your entire career? And then we'll narrow that down with the next question.
5 to 10?
Okay, and how
Somewhere
many?
in between.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, all right.
Do you know how many you worked for at Raymond?
Joe DeWeziak brought me on. Principals or administrators?
Well, I understand
Yeah,
there was
interims.
we'll start with principals. We'll start with
So
principals.
Joe DeWeziak is the one that hired me. And then we had Jordan Hine came in as principal. Then we had some interim principals. We had Taylor Schmidt, Jeff, Pete Kempkin. And now Dr. Leach is administrator, principal, kind of doing it all again.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
Okay. And did you feel supported professionally by Mr. Peterson?
Absolutely, yes. Jeff was one of the most supportive and encouraging principals that I had worked with at Raymond. He, being an educator, I think he came in with a different perspective, was very supportive, encouraged you to like stretch your thinking, be creative, reminds you to have fun in the classroom because school should also be fun. Very professional.
And were you during Jeff's tenure as principal, were you aware of a staff divide?
No, I wouldn't say there was a staff divide, not when he started. I think there was some concern later on about like when things started really happening, like when Jeff was no longer in the building, about how that all occurred. And but there wasn't a staff divide.
Okay. And have you ever heard the phrase veteran versus non-veteran teachers?
Yeah, actually, I was, so when Jeff started was my 8th year, and a lot of people were surprised because they thought of me as veteran teacher at Raymond School because veteran was considered 10 years or more. So I was not a veteran teacher at that time. So I was under the 10-year definition of a veteran teacher.
Okay. And when you were working there, did someone named Michael Garvey become the interim superintendent and then the permanent superintendent?
Yes, yes, he came in as an interim superintendent, was there for a few months, and then was offered the position as the, I think it was a 2-year superintendent.
Okay. And when he first came on, did you have an introductory meeting with him?
Yeah, we started out, everybody was supposed to sign up for a meet and greet. And they encouraged us to bring forward a couple of questions that we might want to talk about during that meet and greet.
Okay. And how did that meet and greet go with Mr. Garvey?
I was left feeling very uneasy. I prepared my questions and what I wanted to ask, and I was not asked about my questions, but the meeting was actually Dr. Garvey talking about all of his accomplishments, the things that he had done. And then what struck me as very uncomfortable is he continued to talk to us. It was myself and another coworker that had the same meeting, and talked to us about how he was able to move into a district or work in a district in which he was one of the longtime teachers who had a good reputation. He was able to get her out of the school.
Did you say that he had I'm sorry, can you say that last part to me again? I want to make sure I have that clearly.
He was I call it bragging, but he was talking about how he was happy about the fact, he used it as like one of his accomplishments, is that he was able to move somebody out of a district that had been there for a number of years. Even mentioned that that person had had years of good reviews, but he was able to get that person out of the district.
Now, when Mr. Peterson was there, were you ever aware of him having an event that he called lunch with the principal?
Yes, it was at our auction, we would do a PTO auction, and at the auction, teachers or principals will volunteer. We've had like art teacher for a day, principal for a day, so parents can bid at our auction and win this for their child so that they can be in that position for that day.
Okay. And does this still occur at Raymond School?
It does. We've had, like I said, art teacher, gym teacher. I teach math, so I haven't offered up math teacher. I don't know that that would be wanted, but it's one of the fun events that happens at our school.
Okay. And so the winner or whoever buys that auction,
The highest
Gets to-
bidder, their
Okay.
child gets to be principal for the day or teacher for the day or whatever is been auctioned.
and do they get to go and have lunch with the principal?
They get special things for the day. So lunch with the principal, they get to go into a classroom and announce a surprise recess, things that are always coordinated with the teacher, but the students get to have that kind of decision-making for the day.
And Mr. Peterson did similar things to that?
Yes, yes,
Okay. And now I understand you're the fifth grade teacher at Raymond School, correct?
yes, yes.
And tell me again what year you started being the fifth grade teacher?
The same year that Jeff started, 21, 22.
Okay. Now, do fifth grade students, do they take a class called Human Growth and Development?
It's a 1-day presentation, yes.
Okay, so the class might be the wrong word. So
Yeah.
one day of the year, all the fifth graders go to the Human Growth and Development.
Right, right.
And do they separate the boys and the girls?
Yes, we have boys in one room, girls in the other.
And is it only for the fifth graders?
Yes.
Okay. And when Mr. Peterson was there, did he teach the boys Human Growth and Development?
Yes.
Okay. And his first year there, do you recall if he taught that class to the boys alone?
He did, yes.
Okay. And his second year there, do you recall if he taught it with somebody else?
In the second year, right before the class, he let us know that he'd be teaching that with the school psychologist.
Okay. And now after Mr. Peterson left, did the Human Growth and Development classes continue?
They do, yeah, each year.
And do you still separate the boys and the girls?
We do.
Okay. And does a male teacher still teach the boys?
Yes.
Okay. Do they do that by themselves?
Mr. Kempkin taught the year that after Jeff wasn't there, and then Dr. Leach taught it last year. We haven't had it yet this year.
But did they do it with another adult in the room, or they do it just on their
Oh,
own?
no, just themselves.
Just themselves? Okay.
Mhm.
And now, how many fifth grade teachers are there?
There's 2 of us.
And are you both female?
Yes.
Okay. So when you split the class up, you need to have someone who's not a fifth grade teacher go into the males, I guess, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for the pause here. I just want to think about something really quickly. So I guess were you ever asked by strike that. That's all the questions I have for you, Miss Goodrich. It's been a long day.
Okay.
Ms. Goodrich, I only have a few. My name is Lori Levinsky. I represent
Hi.
the district. We've never met before. Is that correct?
I've never met you. I think you were proceeding over one of the things that I observed, but I have not met you, no.
Were you at the non-renewal hearing that took place in early December of 2023?
Yes, I was there. Mhm.
And I haven't studied that record, so I'm just wondering, were you one of the individuals who signed a letter or a document of support for Mr. Peterson that was admitted into the hearing record of that non-renewal hearing?
I don't remember if I signed
It's okay.
something. I mean, I was there. I don't remember, to be honest, if I signed
It's okay.
something or not. Mhm.
But you were a vocal supporter of Mr. Peterson. Is that fair?
I would say that's fair. I'm vocal in the sense that I was not a loud activist, if that, I mean, so I nowadays I want to be careful about how that's interpreted. But yes,
That's fair.
yes,
I
yes.
will fully accept that. That's fair.
Okay.
I just want to ask you a couple questions about your testimony that you gave.
Yes.
Who was present at the meet and greet you had with Mr. Garvey? If it was just you and Mr. Garvey,
No, it was
let us
myself
know.
and my coworker. So we were supposed to sign up in partners.
And who is your coworker?
Zoe Rodriguez at that time.
Is Zoe Rodriguez still a district employee?
Yes.
Okay. Does
No longer a
Zoe,
coach. She doesn't co-teach with me anymore, unfortunately. I mean, I like my current co-teacher as well, but yes, I really enjoyed working with Zoe.
and who is your current co-teacher for fifth grade?
Kelly Johnson.
And when the one day of human growth and development happens, that happens in the springtime, right?
It's usually in the spring, but last year we did it in the fall. We talked about wanting to move it earlier because some of the girls really probably should get that class a little earlier.
Okay, fair enough. Regardless of whether it was in the spring and the fall, would you and whoever your coworker was, whether it was Zoe or Kelly, whoever it was at the time, would you both do the girls?
We didn't do the class.
Oh, somebody else did.
Yes, it was done by
Oh,
the nurse.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right, very good. Were you present in the room when Mr. Kempf taught the boys class or section or day of human growth and development?
Mr. Kempkin, no, we weren't in his room because he was with the boys.
And were you present when Dr. Leach taught that class?
No, not in the room. I mean, I was there that day, but
No,
not in the room with him.
Okay, all right. And so if I'm visualizing this correctly,
Mhm.
the girls, it's one day, whether it's the spring or the fall, the girls go in one room, the
Mhm.
boys go in the other, and they
Right.
are for give or take an hour, they
Right,
are taught
roughly.
human growth and development.
Right.
Okay, let me look at my notes. I may be done. One moment. You talked about not understanding or agreeing or knowing, whatever the word you used, that there was a staff divide. And have you ever reviewed a document put out by Hazard Young and Associates? It's called a leadership profile report that was done in or around February of 2023.
I do remember seeing of that. I can't say that I recall exactly everything that was in it, of course.
Okay, I'm going to show you. It's previously marked as Respondent Exhibit 5. Bear with me, ma'am. I'm almost done.
Yep, no problem.
Can you just confirm for me you can see on your screen a document that says Leadership Profile Report?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to enumerated page 4 of that report. One moment. I got to find it. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, nope. Now I got to go one more. And I said enumerated page 4 because I don't think it's page 4 of the PDF, but do you see at the bottom there is a page 4?
All I can see is it says leadership something. I think you have to scroll down a little bit for me.
Okay. I have my cursor
up.
over page
I think,
number.
yeah, I see page 4 at the bottom of
Okay.
it now. Mhm.
I did that solely for the record. So my question is, I'm going to read this into the record. I'm just going to ask you if I read it correctly, and then I'll ask you my last question. This report says, quote, "It appears that there is a large divide between the newer staff and the veteran staff. It was mentioned that the veteran staff looked down upon the newer staff. It was also said that the current principal is buddy-buddy with the veteran staff, and he does not hold them accountable. Individuals feel that the principal wants these teachers to be his friend." And I'll stop right there. Did I read reasonably accurate there?
You're reading that. I just don't know where that came from, to be honest.
That's actually my question. So let's go one at a time. Did I read it reasonably accurate?
Yes, you've read that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So here is my question. Did you participate in providing any information to a company, I'll call it HYA or Hazard Young and Associates? Did you provide any input or information to your knowledge to HYA?
So I was not our notice to attend, there were 2 different meetings, one for veteran staff and one for the younger, or I shouldn't say younger, one for veteran staff and one for newer staff. And because of the last minute, I could not attend the veteran staff timeframe.
Okay, that's fine.
So I had asked to attend because I technically wasn't, by definition of how they defined it, I wasn't really a veteran staff. So I asked if I could attend the other one because I could make that one, and I was not allowed to. So I did attend the public one that was in the gymnasium,
Okay.
and there wasn't any mention of staff divide at that one.
Okay, so let's just get a little foundation out. Was there like a scheduled in-person meeting for veteran staff that was separate from a scheduled in-person meeting for what I'll just call newer staff?
Yes.
Who you keep saying, or you've said multiple times, that you think you were in the newer staff because of how long you had been in the district. And I'm just curious, who defined what veteran staff and newer staff?
And that's what I asked Dr. Garvey because I couldn't attend the one, and veteran staff, according to what I understood from him, was 10 years of service or more. And at that time, I had not had in 10 years of service.
Okay. Had you had 10 years of experience as a teacher?
Yes, but they call
Okay.
the veteran staff Raymond Schools veteran 10 years or more.
Okay. And when you said you asked if you could attend what I'll just call the newer staff meeting, and you were
Right.
told no, who told you
Yes.
no?
Dr. Garvey.
And then finally you said there was like a public meeting.
Right. That was
Hold
held
on, you gotta wait
Oh,
till
I'm
I get
sorry.
my question out. No, you're
I'm
doing
sorry.
fine. You're doing just fine. And was that public meeting also like an in-person meeting where people
was-
showed up?
Yes, that was in person.
Okay. And you did go to that meeting, is that correct?
Yes.
And when you were there, did you identify yourself as a staff member of the Raymond School District? Or no?
I don't recall if I did
Okay.
or not. Yeah,
That's fine.
I don't recall.
It's fine. Let me look at my notes. I may be done. One moment. When were you a member of the Raymond School Board?
Oh, gosh.
You could give us a decade if it's a long time ago, or a general time frame.
I don't remember. Let's see, maybe 2016-ish.
Okay.
I know it was, I think like 2016-ish, I think.
Okay.
I would have to look. I'm sorry, I don't recall.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Okay, those are all the questions I have, Ms. Goodrich.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just have one follow-up question.
Yes.
So you said you were a school board member for just 1 year, right?
No, not just 1 year. It was, I want to say it might have been 6 years. It was at least at least 3 years, 4 years. Again, I'd have to look. I'm sorry, I don't remember,
It's
but
okay.
no, it was more than one term.
But while you were there, was it difficult to fill the seats of board members?
It was kind of one of those thankless jobs-ish, but there was yeah, so kind of did it because nobody else really wanted to, exactly, yes.
Did you ever have to put out yard signs and campaign and
No,
make
no, 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 no.
robocalls?
No, it was
Okay.
more like, we need somebody to run, would you please consider?
Oh, so someone would come out and be like, we really need somebody?
Yes,
And it
yes,
would be an act of gratitude?
yes. I
Okay,
was, my kids went to school there, so I was active in the school, so.
okay, great. That's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for your time. Unless
Okay,
Lori
thank
wants
you.
to follow. Okay.
I don't have anything
All right.
further.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Goodrich. You can do whatever you wish now.
Okay. Schoolwork. All right, good. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, so is that all for today?
That's all for today, unless you want to stay till, 8 o'clock again. We can.
It's just saying, I do better, I think, there, with generally speaking, if I get at least some movement, some exercise, and I haven't the
Yeah.
last couple of days, so maybe tonight I can motivate. All right, so we'll reconvene tomorrow. How many witnesses do you have left, Attorney Haslam, in your case in chief?
I've got a few very short, well, I've got one witness who might go for an hour and a half. The rest of them will be extremely short. Maybe not, maybe an hour, I guess. It depends really on I won't have an hour and a half of questions. My questions will be very short, very brief. Depending on what Lori has for follow-ups, but it's going to be a lot of what we just saw out of Miss Goodrich. So I've got some other people who worked with Mr. Peterson, who witnessed other facts throughout the time that we discussed over that can speak
Well,
to
I
those
don't need,
individually.
I don't,
not be
yeah,
repetitive. I will not be repetitive.
yeah,
with what they're
I
saying.
don't need to get into the content. I'm just trying to plan right now. I'm concerned, Attorney Lubinsky has to present the respondent's case, and I'm not sure if, she's already told folks to show up at certain times and we're going to have to make adjustments to that or not.
I think we are, but Attorney Haslam and I have talked. He's got a few witnesses. They are teachers. We want to be cognizant of substitutes and whatnot. So he's agreed to be done by approximately 11. I have 3 witnesses that are on tap for tomorrow.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hope to complete them. And then we have a few witnesses next week, which we can talk about. I would like to talk about our witness last night that we did not do. And Attorney Haslam, I don't know if you had a chance. I sent you an email with her availability and my availability for a 2-hour time slot for the next 2 weeks. I'm wondering if you can look at that and maybe, Judge, if you could pull out your calendar.
I can try, yeah. Maybe I think maybe we go off record to do
Yeah, we
this?
can go off the record.
I think there's a lot of people here. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so I think I'm gonna, hold on a second. I think why don't, well, a second here.
And not to be a stickler, Lori, but I feel like our time's gotten moved back from lunch to 11:30 to 11, and it
I
could be
sent
me.
you
It could be me. It could be you. I don't know. But we did promise each other we'd be able to get our witnesses in, and these guys will be quick. So give me a little grace there. I'd appreciate. And as far as Miss,
I would like, I've had my, significant other has had family issues. And I haven't seen her. She's been out east and I haven't seen her, and I would really not want to stay very late, really late tomorrow.
Sure.
So,
We're
but
going
beyond
to need
that,
to be efficient.
I'll just leave the recording going here. Let's just try to see if we can,
Okay, Wes, did you see my email with,
looking at it right now, and it
Perfect.
did get buried under about,
it's okay.
I don't know, 70 emails that I have to address this weekend. So you know how it is. So
I've got blocked off the second. That was
Yeah.
as per previous communications. And then What was there was another date that we were contemplating for another witness that I thought I might be able to do.
Yeah, so if Wes can look at the email I sent and then let you know I gave him 3 dates and times. And when he's available, we'll throw them out to you, Judge, and you can tell us it thumbs up or thumbs down. Because I've got my availability and the witness's availability, so this should be easy.
So we're looking at tomorrow and March 2nd for sure, and then one other day.
So to be clear, we're looking at tomorrow, next Monday, the 26th.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's hold on. I'm on the geez. All right, hold on. Well, that's no, the 26th is not a month. It's
Oh, I apologize, the 23rd. I misspoke.
23rd. Okay. Yeah,
I
because I'm
misspoke.
going to be out of town then. Yeah, I did not have my calendar scrolled far enough. So I've got that blocked off already. And then March 2nd, I think I thought I could do that. That probably will be all right. That was sort of a tentative that I've not yet accepted. It's on my calendar though.
Yeah,
Is that one of the dates you're proposing?
That is one witness. It's the lawyer. His name is Jonathan Sachs. He should be no more than 2 hours. I would hope less. And we've penciled him in, subject to your availability, for Monday, March 2nd from 9:30 to 11:30, give or take.
And for what it's worth, Amanda Falaschi, most of this I've gotten into the other board members, so I don't
Yeah,
anticipate
she'll
her
be
to be
quicker.
nearly as long as
I
Gwen
agree.
Keller and Audrey
So
Costage.
can we get everybody to simplify this? Can we get everybody done between tomorrow, Monday the 23rd, and Monday the March 2nd?
Well, that's up to Wes. So next
Well-
week, yep.
So I do have an issue. Do you remember yesterday, Mr. The superintendent for Raymond, who's been here, he's here now. I think he could speak to this maybe, but there was a substitute issue. So the teachers scheduled some substitute times, I believe, and I've got another email here that outlines those. And they do run past 11 o'clock. I think that's going to be longer than we need because maybe the sub can walk from room to room. But in the event we do go long, Lori, which witnesses do you have for tomorrow?
One moment.
I just want to make sure we plan all this out now and have a contingency
Just
plan.
mean on my end, if we're talking about tomorrow, I
Yeah.
just mean I don't want to be out of here like past 5 o'clock if PM. If that's
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see.
Can we, Wes, can we first schedule Amanda Falaschi, get that, and then we can talk about tomorrow, so we can just go one issue at a time? You're on mute.
I guess the reason I just want to mention it is because if for some reason we have to reschedule one of these people because I can't get them in, maybe it would be good to have a block of time big enough for Falaschi and one of the people that
Oh, that's fine.
couldn't make it. So I
Okay.
just want to make sure that we know that the time we're scheduling for Falaschi, we can be flexible with, okay?
Sure.
Okay, great. And so I see you have her, so for the, let's see. The week of you have her for the 24th
Okay.
from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. or 1 to 3, is that right?
She is available those times. I am available those times. If you are, then we would
4th,
offer that to the judge.
24th, I have other things scheduled if
Okay.
and I'm also out of town 25 through 27.
Oh, then that's not
Okay.
gonna work. Okay, let's go to the next week.
So the next week I see there's some are highlighted, Lori. Is there a reason they're highlighted?
Yep, as I said in my email, those are my availabilities. So Wednesday, the 4th.
That would be conceivable for me. I have a mediation on Friday. That I'm doing. So
Wes, what does
But-
Wednesday, the 4th look
That
for
looks
you?
that looks surprisingly good for me. And so we have Saks on the 2nd, and then we have the 4th. And if I need to if I need to squeeze a witness in, I'll make sure we can get them in on those days.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I'll see what we can do. Make sure we can get everybody in. And again, these are going to be very short witnesses.
I would ask, Judge, and beg your mercy, this is at the request of the witness who was waiting all day yesterday. Could we start on the 4th at 8:30 instead of 9:30.
There's a concern we're not going to get done in one day
No,
for,
no. She has something that day that starts at 11 that she has to
Alright.
drive through. And I told her, like,
yeah, all right, we'll do that.
okay,
So
just
that's
that one day,
Wednesday.
just that one day. Okay.
State March 4.
Between the three of us, I would just suggest we reserve that morning. In the event when Wes needs to like throw a smaller witness after her, that should not be a problem. And I won't object to that if you can't get them in tomorrow.
Blocking, I'm not encouraging you to go the whole day, but I'm just gonna block off the whole day,
Okay.
so.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Wes, I will cooperate with you. We
I
are
know.
doing our
Hey,
best.
Lori, I appreciate all this.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've both, I think, made some,
Yeah.
like, come on. How's that soccer match?
Yeah, no doubt,
How'd your
right?
daughters do? How'd your
Florida.
daughters do? Yeah. At least you got some sun, right? look,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call everyone on this list and make sure that they'll be available either the 2nd or the 4th, because we have both those days blocked off for Saks, right? Or for Saks and for Falachi, right?
Yes.
And Your Honor, we have the 2nd. How much time do we have blocked off with you?
Whole day, I didn't schedule anything else. I mean, I don't know, somebody else sent out the invite for teams. Let me just see what well, it's scheduled, it's, the invite says until 12:30, but I'm not limited to that. I don't think the link disappears, does it, after the,
My experience is no, but
okay.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess I could try to send an update, but I just want, I don't want to try to fix something that's not broken.
Yeah.
I just,
And Lori, who do you have coming on tomorrow again? Did you
Oh,
tell me?
now I can answer that. Just give me a minute. I got to look at an email. Second.
And
All right.
Attorney Haslam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
This is Mike Leach. We're good for this. We have multiple subs tomorrow, so they're expecting, I spoke just briefly with 3 staff involved, and they were just expecting, I think 11:30, 12:30, and 1:30 was sort of in their mind.
Yeah,
So
and
we're-
that's what I see now, and I realize that's maybe, I wasn't terribly considerate of my discussion with Lori when I was talking to them, so.
But yeah, I just want to let you know we're covered.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate it, and I definitely understand, like, working with T, how hard it is to work around your guys' schedule.
Okay, Wes, to answer your question, after your witnesses tomorrow, I've got Janelle Wise, Amy Helvick, and Jim Hayden. I am a little concerned we're going to get to Jim Hayden, but the good news is I think he'd be willing to go a different day. So, I mean, we're going to have
Okay.
the judge has to end when it's Friday. Like, we're going to end when we end, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. All right, we're starting back
Okay.
up at 9:30 with the plaintiff's witnesses, and then I'll get started with mine after he's.
the 4th has been solidified then. I should,
Yes.
maybe I'll try to request somebody else to do the team's invite, because I don't know how to do it with so many people.
Yep.
So,
Yes, ma'am. The
okay.
2nd, 4th. Great.
All right, so
See you guys tomorrow.
continuing 9:30, anything, other logistics, otherwise, it's, you're very nice attorneys, but I really want to do something else at this point, so,
Okay,
I'm good, Judge. Thank you.
all right.
bye.
All right, so we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.